ladies and gentlemen. This is Kyle Krueger with a thought. Today, I am interviewing a cosplayer. Can you tell the audience who you are?
Hi, I'm Melissa. On DeviantArt, I'm Kyosgal, which is a really old name, but anywhere else you can find me as Parisiangiraffe.
Cool. You cosplay as RWBY characters, do you?
Yes, I do a lot of them.
What's your favorite one?
Definitely Cinder, because I want to say for the last few years I've cosplayed her at every single convention I've been to because she's my favorite and reactions from people can be very funny and interesting.
That's awesome. Oh, so how did you get into cosplaying?
I've been cosplaying, I think, since 2009, and I started to get into, I started to get into anime around that time, and my friends were telling me about conventions, and then I realized that people actually cosplay at conventions, and so I saw that, and my first one was super casual because I didn't know what I was getting into. But then when I saw how nice everyone was and how much effort everybody put into their costumes, I just got really interested into it.
That's really awesome. I gotta so what do you to ask you this question, what makes I really for me, I see a lot of hard work when you put in your cosplays.
Thank you. It takes a really long time. Even if I'm buying some things to just alter, it's just, I am a perfectionist, and anybody in my group can tell you that, to the last minute, I'm looking at things, I'm like, is this right? And I'm glad somebody notices.
That's so nice. Yeah. Sorry, it's just I'm stuttering. Sorry.
No, don't worry about it.
I love cosplayers because they're some of the nicest people I met.
They really are, and it's especially when you go to conventions and you go to events based on whatever show or movie or comic that you're cosplaying. It's just like an immediate connection, and I've made a lot of friends that way, and the majority of them are really friendly, and I don't know, it's just a completely different experience.
It is. So one of the things so you're a big RWBY fan.
Yes.
I'm a big RWBY fan too. I love the show.
Me too. I have so many RWBY things in my room. I have RWBY figures in my office at work. It's one of my favorites.
I got into the show because of some guy reviewing the show, and then I just thought, okay, this could be a cool show, and yet it took the world by storm.
Mhm. I got into it through a boyfriend at the time, and he showed me Volume 1. And then I started watching it a little bit before Volume 2 started. So I kind of got into it right before everything just went downhill in Volume 3. So I thought I was about to get into a really happy-go-lucky show and everything, and then Volume 3 hit, but I don't regret it at all.
That's I love I really do appreciate to me, I do appreciate RWBY a lot. I think to me, like, I really just like the show, and I like its characters and stuff.
I do too. Like, every single character seems to have just something special about them, and you can see that they planned that. Everybody's based off of a fairy tale or like a certain character or anything like that. I just love it. It's just like the tiny details put into everything, and I love it.
Right. I extremely it's never a good. It's never. That's nice. One of the things that I love about RWBY is that it understands its audience and knows what it wants to do, but it also cares about its fans, and I love that.
Yeah, and especially with the voice actors. They always are at conventions and everything, meeting the fans, communicating with them and everything. Like, I was lucky and able to meet the cast of Team RWBY a few months ago. And they were all super nice. Actually, everyone except Erin, because I have the worst luck. And maybe like minutes before I went to go say hi to her, she had already left for the day.
Oh.
But everyone was super nice. I was actually in Cinder cosplay, and I was talking to my friend right before we were going to meet them. I'm like, do you want to get their autographs? Do you want to do this, that, the other? And while we're talking about that, Lindsay, the voice of RWBY, she comes over to me when I'm not seeing her because I have my Cinder mask, because it's the Volume 4 and 5 outfit. And she just goes in her Cinder voice, "Cinder, how could you?" And then she runs away, and I just look at my friend like, did that just happen? It was so funny.
That's so awesome. I'm kind of jealous. I try. To me, I tried everything. I tried, asking them, the voice actors, all four of them, if they could be on my show, and it's not easy.
Yeah, I would imagine so. They're really busy.
Yeah. Well, at least I tried.
True. At least you can say that you tried, right?
Right. So one of the I just think that I just think that sometimes in life, like, I will admit that. Can I admit something? And I was one of those fans that likes to send ideas to people, and I did. I sent my stories, and they are not good nowadays to Rooster Teeth, and thank God they didn't use my ideas, or, well, RWBY's not one of those shows that, uses ideas. It's always planned. But to be honestly fair, I do not. I hate my ideas. Well, not all of them, but my stories back then.
It's a sign of growth, right?
Right, and sorry.
I look back at some of my old cosplays, and like, I don't know what I thought I was doing or why I thought that looked good, but you look back at that now and you see how much you improved. Like, I even look back at my first Cinder cosplay versus what I do now, and I'm like, okay, I can see growth there, and that's what's important right now.
I will. So the thing is that I sent ideas to Rooster Teeth, and they couldn't use them, and, well, they didn't write me back, so, because, they're busy, and I don't blame them. And I didn't deal with the rejection well. I did not deal with anger. I dealt with it with sadness, and that's probably my fault. And
well, of course, like, something like that, it's obviously gonna get you down.
I was 17.
Yeah.
I'm 20 now.
I'm 23.
It's just, I realized that you can't deal with, I realized that I got over it. Well, I got over the whole thing, because now I can watch RWBY again without feeling depressed. But I was starting to beat myself up, because I felt like, I was beating myself up because, I didn't handle this well, but in reality, I learned that rejection is part of life.
It really is. And then one day you'll get that final yes that you've been waiting for, and it'll all be worth it.
I'm proud of that. So one of the things I like about RWBY is that the characters are very detailed. They're very muchly detailed, like when you can try to fix the puzzles or of why they act like this.
I've noticed that especially with Kira and how things ended in Volume 3, everything why she was based off of something, and you could see that influence over time. I saw that, and I was just like, oh, right as the end of Volume 3 hit. But I love how you can kind of piece things together that aren't immediately said because of what stories they're based on.
Right. So one of the things that I'm interested was Weiss. I love Weiss, so I'm gonna. Well, my favorite character is Yang, but Weiss is I think he's a great character, and so one of the things is that I like how they can so. Here's my theory or my characterization of Weiss, like what she was dealing with during the past few seasons. So I think with Weiss, she doesn't have a good family. We all know that, but I think the problem is that during the earlier episodes, she was in super denial because she knows her family's messed up, but she doesn't want to admit it. Not because of pride. Okay, maybe it is pride, but it's because she loves her family. But she has a hard time loving them because, well, they're just not stable or they don't care about people.
I can see that.
And I think the reason why Weiss became arrogant, it does come from how she was raised, but I think that it comes from just not having a good childhood. I feel like with Weiss, she just feels like it's alright to take her anger out on somebody. Because nowadays she thinks it's wrong, but back then she thinks that it's okay to get mad or feel angry or justified.
Yeah, and you can see that growth over the volumes too. Like, she's definitely not the same from Volume 1.
And also, here's another thing. I think with Weiss, I think the reason she didn't like the Faunesses at first, well, she hated them because she blames them for why her and her dad are not getting along. And she would blame anything, or Weiss was blaming everything on something that makes her miserable, even though in reality this is not the answer, or this is not the reason. I think with Weiss, the reason why she hated the Faunesses was because she just wants somebody to blame for why her relationship with her father sucked.
Yeah.
It just was. Sometimes I love I also like your Raven cosplay. Not from Teen Titans.
Oh. Oh my god, thank you. My friend actually made all of that for me.
Wow, it looks nice.
Yeah, she's very talented, and she made that in such a short span of time too. Like, she worked so hard on it. So I'm sure she'll be really happy to hear that you like it.
Right. I actually have sort of a theory about Raven, if that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
To me, I think Raven is the type of character that she has been through a lot of bad experiences over her life. And the problem is that she doesn't know how to deal with them. Instead of making her stronger, it makes her more weaker.
Mm-hmm.
And I liken the final episode of season 5. If you watched it.
Oh yeah, I've watched all the volumes a good number of times.
All right, that Yang has a good point that maybe Raven is weak mentally.
She could be, because I don't know. Like, we'll probably find a lot out in volume 6.
All right, but the thing is with Raven is that she can't get over her bad experiences. She can't let go. She can't, she can't move on. She's very negative, and I understand where she's coming from. That it's more like it's similar to Weiss's problem with the bad experiences with her family, where it kind of messed her up. But with Weiss, at least she has friends to call her out. And at least Weiss learns from it. But with Raven, it's more like she's just too stubborn and prideful to just admit it.
Mm-hmm. What I want to know, though, after seeing that volume 6 poster, what is happening with Cinder? I need to know right now, because if she has a new design, I need to get working on it. I need to start working on it.
It's I don't know, but I'm just excited. I'm so excited for season 6. I'm just so excited. I'm so happy for it. I'm just I'm really pumped up.
I am too. I'm trying to see if I can get tickets for the volume 6 premiere in theaters. So hopefully that works out. Maybe I can get some people to come, but it should be fun, I think.
I love. It's just that it's so fun to talk about RWBY.
It really is.
So, what I like about I really am. Even though I didn't get my story published, at least I still have. At least I got better with my story, and at least things are better now. No more dwelling, no more any of that stuff.
True.
I also I wanted to tell you that your Blake cosplay is good.
Oh my god, thank you. That was one of my newer ones, actually. I was supposed to do that last year, and I didn't get to it. But yeah, I was able to get my friend as Elia. She's also my Emerald, if you've seen pictures of us on my DeviantArt or Tumblr. But yeah, it was really fun, and I was really self-conscious to do Blake, because she shows a little bit of skin, but I was surprised. I felt really confident, and I really liked how it turned out.
That's nice. Nice. I also like your gender bender cosplay.
Oh, Roman?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That one was actually kind of a last minute costume too. And because I was going to be Cinder, and I was going to be paired with a Roman, and some things happened and that didn't work out. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to be my own Roman, and I'm going to do a twist on it. And that was the creation that happened. And I was surprised because out of any of my cosplays, I would think Cinder would be shown a little bit more, but Roman was put on Reddit, so I felt pretty honored for that, and it got a bit of attention. So I was really happy, and I was honored.
That's so awesome. I also wanted to tell you that do you like other series other than RWBY?
I do. I'm trying to think, like anime?
Yeah.
I haven't had any pictures put up, but I did cosplay from Food Wars. It was my boyfriend's favorite character, so I ended up doing that. Have you watched Food Wars?
No.
Okay, there's a character called Rindo, and she's one of the like elite cooks in that show. So I did her. It's a pretty good anime, but definitely don't watch it in front of your parents because some things can be pretty suggestive.
Oh.
My all-time favorite anime, I have to say, is Fruits Basket. That one goes all the way back to like early 2000s.
And everybody loves Fruit Basket. It's just, can I also admit that I love Momichi?
Oh my god, my favorite. You can probably already guess because I love Cinder and RWBY. My favorite was Aikido. Even though Kido was kind of a jerk, hurting everybody, I look back and like, I don't know what I was thinking, but I really liked Aikido. I really liked Hattori. And I really wish they continued that anime too. But I understand why they chose not to, especially with how things were different from the manga.
Right. So, I love Momichi. He's awesome.
Yeah,
he's so adorable.
He really is. Have you read the manga?
I saw the anime.
Okay, in the manga he grows up and he's still really cute, but he grows up and it's really adorable. But that reminds me, I really need to get working on my Fruits Basket cosplay because that's been a work in progress for a while now.
That's awesome.
Uh-huh.
Momichi, I feel bad for his backstory when revealed. So sad.
It really is. But in the manga, in the end, he gets to kind of have a relationship with his mom in a neighborly way. Like, his mom never remembers him, but he gets a relationship with the sister.
It's so harsh. It's so harsh. Like no parent should ever reject their kid.
It really shouldn't, and it's really sad. I just remember the first few episodes. I was like, oh my god, like, this is heartbreaking.
Like, this kid, like, it's just that it's so sad that somebody so nice like Momichi would just have a mother like that, a parent that doesn't care. That hurts.
Mm-hmm.
It also makes me realize that, maybe I'm lucky to have good parents.
Yeah, it's always good to be thankful for what you have, because even if, I kind of look at things and I'm like, it could be worse. And you just gotta look forward because it's gonna get better eventually.
Yeah.
You gotta keep moving forward, as Monty would say.
Can I miss Monty
I do too. I actually, when I graduated college a few years ago, I decorated my graduation cap in honor of him. I put "Keep Moving Forward." I put his signature, and I made it with the roses on it. So, because RWBY was a really big part of my life in college, it brought all of my friends together, so I felt like that was something I needed to do.
It really sucks that he's not here.
It really is, but I feel like he would be happy with how RWBY is going.
I also want I never met the guy. I always wanted to meet him, but sadly I can't. I just wanted to tell him that thanks for inspiring me to be something that thanks for being one of my inspirations. And it was really tough for a lot of RWBY fans.
Yeah, it really was. Like I can honestly remember exactly where I was when I found out about Monty 2. And because I was just at a restaurant and my boyfriend at the time messaged me, and I was just like, oh my god, because you don't think something like that's going to happen, especially to somebody so young.
33 years
it
old.
it was heartbreaking.
33 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And at least he left a legacy, but sadly the young die.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, it's just that I just think that Monty did a great job with everything, and I'm glad that he gave us RWBY.
I'm glad too.
I still miss him.
I think we all do.
I also wanted to say that I love cosplayers because some of them are really nice, and some of them can be your best friends, and some of them can also be extendeds of friendship.
They really can. I personally, I don't have a lot of friends, cosplay friends. Like, all of the people that I cosplay with are friends that I've had before we started cosplaying together, but I have a few, and those relationships are pretty close, and I'm thankful for them, really.
I'm also thankful I'm thankful to have cosplay friends. I'm thankful to have best friends. I want to date a cosplayer one day.
Be prepared, because you're gonna be around a lot of stress.
from
Especially around convention season, because they're gonna be making sure everything's perfect and really late nights putting stuff together. But it's fun. It's really fun, especially if you cosplay with them and you do a favorite pairing or something. I was fortunate to be dating somebody that also cosplayed at the time, and so it was fun. And just as long as you know that there might be some stress involved, and if you're not cosplaying with them, you might need to carry around their stuff, or in my case, guide me, because Cinder only has one eye now. Or Raven has a mask on. I can't see.
Yeah, it's just, one of my friends said that be careful when you date a cosplayer, because you're going to carry a lot of their stuff, and you're going to be tired as hell when you walk a lot.
Oh yeah, I try my best. Like, my friend would usually bring a bag, so I was just like, can I just put like a few things in the bag? But I feel too bad.
It's so, like, oh man. Well, to be honestly fair, that's part of life nowadays. Like, you walk. But I also wanted to say that I really do love, that I really appreciate. I actually did cosplay as a character once.
Yeah?
Fred from Big Hero 6.
Oh, Big Hero 6, yeah.
I love Fred. I love the guy. He's so entertaining, and it was so fun to me to cosplay as Fred.
Yeah, and you don't really see people cosplaying him too much either.
Right, but I just really love Fred. You know, Fred is phenomenal, and it's just, and also, I want to extend my hand, if you can see it, for friendship.
What'd you say?
I want to extend my hand of friendship.
I gladly accept.
Thank you so much. Also, I'm also excited for. I'm also excited. I'm just excited for everything. You know, I'm excited for RWBY season 6. I'm excited for character development. I'm excited for everything.
I am excited for my girl Cinderfall to come back. Thank you very much. People may be mad, but I'm not. She needs to come back because we don't have any development for her, really.
Well, well, you gotta give your villain development, some development, at least some.
Because we have a little bit about Emerald. We don't have too much. We have a little bit about Mercury. But we don't really know what the heck Cinder's been doing. Like, we know that she's been by Salem Side, but where did that come from? I need to know. You can't just freeze the girl and obliterate her eye and not tell me what happened. I need to know. I was already angry when Roman died. And they didn't... I was like, I need some more backstory. They did Roman a little bit dirty. But I kind of have a little bit of a theory that Neo is going to come back in Volume 6. Because when she freed Roman in Volume 3, one of the last things she had was an Atlas uniform. And I'm just saying she might very well still have it. She could be hiding an Atlas. You never know. And I want to see.
That is very true. And I can see that right now. Right now, I'm just really happy. I'm just really happy. I also want to tell everybody hey everybody, check out her DeviantArt page.
Yes, do it. But I am mostly on Tumblr these days. Parisiangiraffe. So I'll write it down.
But it's very muchly so. And anything else is that this, to me, has been a really great. Audience, I want to say thank you for listening to this wonderful person, and I hope you have a good day, audience.
Have a good day.
See ya.